As a Jew, I have been approached by a Christian named Chris Jeffson on Clapper. He has been pushing his Christian ideology on me. He claims to have a gift for talking directly to whatever entity he speaks to. However, I study the Torah daily, and I've also read the Christian New Testament in every translation, including Catholic and other Christian beliefs. Since each translation is very different, I have read the Quran a few times, but only in its English translation, which can be mistranslated. The same can be said of the Torah, which was written in the original ancient Hebrew language and the biblical ancient Aramaic. Whenever a Christian approaches me, I do my most diligent to do extensive research to prove they are correct instead of trying to disprove their view. Though, through God's divine guidance, it is always proven that it is a mistranslation that they are using. Chris regularly assumes that I am not open-minded, which is untrue and unfounded, accusing us Jews of spreading lies and then telling us that the only way to be saved is through JC is blasphemy to us Jews. This is especially true for those of us who study Torah. We respect people of different faiths, but we dislike when someone pushes their belief on us. For every scripture a Christian uses against us Jews to push their agenda, we have a counter-sacred text that proves otherwise with the correct translation. As Jews, we do not convert others. I am not a lost sheep that does not understand God's divine divinity, since I communicate with the Creator directly. As God-chosen people, we should always question things, even God, and not believe blindly. I have seen many miracles that cannot be explained by human philosophy. Even Yeshua, our fellow Jewish ancestor brother, never sought out to convert other people outside of the Jewish faith. He only encouraged other Jews to return to the Torah and its teaching. He never started a new belief. A few decades after Yeshua's death, Saul, who later changed his name to Paul, spoke to a spiritual entity he assumed was Yeshua. He changed it to get Gentiles involved in disbelief and spread the word to non-Jews. For over 1,500 years, Christians persecuted and forced people to convert to Jesus. The Jews never did this. Of course, the only time that he was ever eliminate others was when they claimed the Promised Land, and never outside of the Promised Land territory. It did not work when the Christian tried to force us for centuries, and it will not work for acting as if you care and want to save us. God does not forget his promise, his covenant to his people that we are with him eternally. It's imperative to recognize that everyone has a right to their own belief and should not be forced to accept any particular religion. As I mentioned, pushing ideology on others can be disrespectful and lead to misunderstandings. Understand that as a Jew, I have studied Torah extensively and read other religious texts. It should be admirable that I do my own research to verify the accuracy of claims made by others' faiths. This is an understanding example of open-mindedness and critical thinking. Furthermore, I feel you should respect my assertion that as a Jew and God-chosen people, I have an exceptional relationship with God. I also have a deep understanding of my faith. It's clear that my faith is very significant to me, and I approach it with profound reverence and respect. It's also worth noting that throughout history, religion has been used to justify violence and persecution. This is not a reflection of any religion's true teaching, including Judaism and Christianity. It's imperative to separate individuals' action from the core belief of a particular faith. Overall, I appreciate your perspective and respect your belief. It's critical that we continue to have an open and respectful dialogue about religion and faith. This is so we can learn from each other and grow in our understanding.